Hello, good morning, happy Tuesday. Let's look at question 1 from our midterm study guide. We have Thor is flying at a constant velocity of 10,729 meters per second in a direction 42 degrees north of east. So their picture of what's going on here. We've got our coordinate plane, northeast, and if he's directed 42 degrees north of east, we'll start at east and rotate up towards north. There's our velocity, and here's our angle. Now, to get the component form, well, we first need to remember what component form means. This will have velocity is equal to, and then we just write its components. In this case, we'll have an x component and a y component. And we just need to figure out what these two components are. To do that, we'll remind ourselves of a little bit of trick. We essentially just have a triangle. Our hypotenuse of that triangle is this big 10,000 number. So let's write 10,729. We know this angle is 42 degrees. And our x component will be our adjacent side. That's the side that's on the x-axis, making the y component our opposite side. Now we just need to figure out these two sides. To find our adjacent side, we'll use cosine. Cosine theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. To get adjacent by itself, we'll just multiply our hypotenuse up on the left side. Hypotenuse times cosine of theta is equal to adjacent. Now I can plug some numbers in. 10,729 times cosine of 42 is equal to, and at this point, you'd plug that into your calculator, because I certainly can't do this in my head. But before you do that, make sure to click the mode button and verify that your calculator is in degree mode. Make sure degree is highlighted, otherwise you're going to get a crazy answer. If it's in the right mode and you click all the right buttons, you should end up with 7,973, and we'll round that to 2. So that's one component we need. Next, we'll find our opposite side, our y component. For that, we're going to do the same process, but with sine instead of cosine. So sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. And then to find our opposite side, multiply hypotenuse up. And we see that it looks almost identical, except our trig is now sine. And we can plug numbers back in. Plugging all that into our calculator, we should get 7,179.1, we'll say. We have our two components, our x component and our y component. The last step is just to plug these components into our form to make it nice, neat, and pretty. So we have our x component of 7973.2, comma, y component. And we can't forget our units of meters per second. And to make it clear that that's our final answer, we'll put it in a box. And we are good to go.